The question is the house haunted or not? Okay, baby girlie, we just watched The Tale of Two Sisters and let us review it. So firstly, Samne Wali Aji got me these flowers and they are very nice. So in her honor, we will be putting the flowers here while reviewing. Okay, so let's begin with the review. The Tale of Two Sisters. First of all, the movie was very nice. I liked it. I loved it. In fact, I do not usually watch horror, and if I do, it is mostly not that good. However, this movie took me by surprise. It was brilliant, critically acclaimed. It also won many awards, I guess. Well deserved, very well deserved. So I would be discussing a few scenes that I thought needed some, explanation. Let us begin. So the first scene that I want to discuss is the opening scene wherein a doctor in a psychiatric hospital is washing his hands. Usually we see washing of hands as cleaning of something internal. Whenever a scene is shown where a character is washing their hands, it is usually to wash off something, aka guilt. The central theme of this movie is guilt. We see the doctor washing his hands in a very clean room. His hands are already clean, but still he's washing them. The environment is white everywhere. And then,
Sumi enters and the movie begins.
so in the first scene itself, we establish that there's a hidden emotion that our characters need to wash off. They are trying to, however, it's still there. The second and I think the most scariest part of this movie that I wanted to discuss was the daylight horror scene. Usually we think that horror movies, happen in the dark, there are ghosts in the dark, so they happen in the night. So we are safe in the day. However, in this particular scene, Suyeon's mother's ghost, she comes through the door and stands up, her neck is cracked, and all of this is happening in the day. Though it was a dream, which is just another, you know, horrifying thing to happen. Dream within a dream, Inception, baby girl. Maybe you'll reveal it sometime. But yeah, this movie. So yeah, daylight horror scene. I was very scared during that scene. But yeah, it was very nicely done. The next scene that I want to discuss is the scene at the dinner table. So we see Suyeon and Sumi's aunt there and uncle there. The aunt has convulsion and she falls on the ground and she sees a girl under the like cupboards, under the kitchen cupboards. Here we and the girl is bloodied and we have the first jump scare of the movie there. So we see that the girl is bloodied and the blood is on this aunt's hand too because she also feels guilty of not doing anything. In that scene where poor Asun was asking for help, maybe she should have gone. So this guilt remained with her and that was the reason she saw it. Next scene that I want to discuss is the scene where the stepmother and Sumi fight. So Sumi, is overpowered by the stepmother and she is fallen on the ground. Hair sprayed, which is again a very well directed shot. So she's just lying on the ground and she says two words, help me, which were the words that Suyeon was saying when she was about to die. So these two words are very important and are stuck in Sumi's mind, that how her sister had pleaded for help but nobody came. And the biggest question is the house haunted or was it just the revelation scene where the stepmother comes after the fight, where the original stepmother comes, is when we know that, oh, this is everything a lie, not a lie, an illusion. Next is the scene where Sumi is taken to the hospital and now she knows that her sister is no more and along with herself there's her stepmother to blame. So these both people are full of guilt, but the way they express it and deal with it is totally different. So the stepmother just like acts like nothing has happened. It is not her fault, and it was just a lesson to teach Sumi, which of course she might regret later. And Sumi, on the other hand, her sister was her everything, and just because of anger towards this other person, Sumi is ridden with guilt because she feels that the time that her sister needed her the most, she wasn't there because she was angry at somebody else. Her anger overtook the protectiveness, the love, the care that she has for her sister, and yeah, it ended very, very badly. So the question remains, was the house haunted? Was there a ghost? Or was it all an illusion? What I think is that the house was indeed haunted. Yes, there were ghosts of Suryan's mother and of Surya. So I came to this conclusion because towards the end of the movie, we hear a whistle, the same whistle that only these two sisters and their mother knew. It was a shared secret among them. So the whistle is heard at the hospital and at home. So I think at the hospital it was Suryon's ghost. That is why Sumi, listens to the sound of the whistle and turns and says Suryon. So I think her ghost was there and the mother's ghost was at the house. And the ending thing we see, the stepmother, you know, she is horrified. She sees the ghost. I think that is an actual ghost of the mother for kind of having a hand in killing her daughter. Even the ghost that the aunt had seen at the dinner table scene under the counter, that may also have been. About Sumi's illness, many people have like made different diagnoses, but I think it is like a combination of many. It is PTSD. It is mainly dissociative identity disorder that she has with her stepmother. And then I also think that it is psychosis too because of the fight scene that happened. I also think there may be some schizophrenic components involved. Like I may be wrong on all of them, or like I may be right on some of them. East Asian horror movies strongly believe in the concept of karma. That is why we see all of the people that were there were punished with something. Sumi was punished with loneliness. She always had her sister around her. So her being partially guilty in her sister's death, then she was punished by loneliness. Next, the main culprit I would say was Sumit's stepmother, and she was punished by death by the ghost of the mother. We also see the father being guilty and he is having his life, very distorted. That was his punishment. Again, the aunt and even the uncle maybe. She is having, traumatic episodes, epileptic episodes. That was her punishment. So everybody in the movie is in a way hit by karma because of the deeds of ignoring a plea to save life from that innocent child. Beyond that scene was what broke me the most. This poor thing, this poor child deserved to live, deserved to be happy, but yeah, the entire thing was so traumatic. I was crying. In the starting, we feel this entirely different emotion of fear, and towards the end, we are left with extreme sadness. It's I was crying. Yeah, the scene, I think that was, yeah, of course, well done. That is what impacted me the most. It is very painful to watch. It is extremely hard to even describe. It is, yes, I guess the top 10 most traumatic scenes of all time. So yeah, let's just move ahead. Rest in peace, Suyeon. I also think that since Suyeon's and Sumi's mother was ill, she may have had a mental illness, and that may be one of the reasons she was depressed and committed suicide. Am I allowed to say the word on here? So yeah, she committed. So that I think it may be a genetic factor that Sumi inherited, and that may also have played a part in her depression. Like I said, it is a combination. Her mental many things. The main one is DID, which is dissociative identity disorder. But yeah, the rest of these are definitely there. So it was all Sumi in the house. There was no stepmother in the house for the entire movie, other than the like towards the end she comes. That was all. And we can see that this DID part takes over when she's applying lipstick on the dinner table, and also while sleeping or her periods. All of this we see that they kind of mingle in a way that some part is the stepmother, the identity, which is evil, sinister. That we see the stepmother. She's kind of emerging from the shadows, like an evil figure. So that is what Sumi is trying to make us viewers believe that she is evil. So there's also a great emphasis on the number two. We see at the beginning of the movie two people coming out of the car, which is Sumi and Suyeon. There are two swings. There are two windows at the back side of the house, which are from rooms of Sumi and Suyeon. We also see the balcony in which the evil stepmother was standing when Sumi was walking away in her fit of rage.
Stepmother also has two pet birds.
Also a scene where the stepmom applies lipstick. We see two mirrors there too, one the front mirror and second the other. Meaning it can mean anything that the film wanted to show an emphasis on the viewer that there are two people, Sumi and Suyeon, both are there. This also can mean that there are two identities, one of Sumi and one of the evil stepmother. There are also other smaller details that I want to point out. In the dinner table scene, we see two ghosts, like one under the counter. So Suyeon's stepmother, which is actually Suyeon only, when she tries to, like, there's a pin, hair pin, and when she tries to grab the pin, a hand comes and grabs her, which is the second jump scare of the movie. So this hair clip is there. That we see after in the revelation part, that it was the same hair clip that Suyeon was wearing at the time of her death. Then the phone call that the father made two times, telling somebody that do not come here, you come here won't help things. Second one is to tell the same person that they have invited aunt and uncle for dinner. At the dinner table scene, after the sequence of the hair clip, we see we see a lady sitting with her neck down and long hair, wearing a green dress. Her green dress also has a green belt, and this was the same green belt that we see that the stepmother saw after she opened her closet, and then she put the green belt, and the ghost of the mother emerged from that. Also, the scene where I felt the most tense was the sequence where the cupboard falls along with the mother inside on poor Suyeon, and she is asking for help. And when the closet fell, everybody heard it. Okay, everybody heard this sound, and everybody looks at the direction of the sound, yet nobody does anything. And it is so that do something, people, a child is dying there, and wherein my poor Suyeon, and then my poor Suyeon is struggling, suffocating beneath her worst nightmare. The evil stepmother had a chance to save our poor Suyeon. However, because Sumi chose her hate towards the stepmother over her love for her sister, this movie happens. East Asian horror movies strongly believe in the concept of karma, so that is why we see Suyeon being partially guilty of her sister's death was you know, karma gave her loneliness because the sister has always been there for her. So now she is experiencing this tremendous loneliness. Also, the stepmother is the real villain. I hate her. Poor baby Suyeon deserves to leave. May she rest in peace. Okay, that was it for the video. If you have anything more to share, please comment it below. And if you want me to review any other movie, then please tell me that too. Also tell me how the video was. Okay, bye. Oh, poor baby Suyeon. I feel so bad for her. I am gonna keep thinking about her for the next few days.